Hi, this is Denise with PaperKraftD, and I'm super excited to be here today to partake in the Declutter and Get Organized Collaboration 2025, hosted by Cara Brandon Creations. So this is a month-long collaboration, and the goal is to have less clutter and more crafting in 2025. So to that end, I am going to be sharing with you today how I organize my die cutting station. But here it is. I am super excited, and as you can see, it is on a Raskog cart. This system's working really well for me, especially since I joined the design team for Elizabeth Craft Designs last year and suddenly had a lot of dies and die cuts and stamps and product line that I really needed to find a way to organize and to corral and to streamline my junk journaling and crafting process. And I'll be sharing some ideas for die storage and die cut storage that I think will be useful to just about anybody who has a lot of those and wants to have them accessible for when they're crafting. The top row here is where I keep my metal die cuts. You can see I have a couple little hooks here where I store my washi tape, but I just have them on these little, these are from the Dollar Tree, right? These little pink, what are those thingamabobbers called? Clippies. All right, and then down on the second row here, I have all of my stamps, and I'll show you in a minute how that works for me. And then around the back, I have some die cuts, and all down here are all die cuts. So they're all kind of just ready to use. I'm gonna have to let the cat in, or he's gonna go berserk. All right. He's such a big baby. If I don't let him in, he's just gonna meow at the door until I do. So yeah, so he's gonna be joining us. This is Hopper. That is my daughter's cat. But he's bonded a lot to me, so because I feed him. Let's see, I'm gonna go through and just show you how I organize these dies on the top here. Okay, so I have these two baskets, and I just got these at the dollar store. And I think these are from, yeah, they're from Dollar Tree. Here's the number if you're interested. I have no idea how old these are. They're who knows. But anyway, that's the information if you want them. But you can see, you know, all of my dies fit pretty nicely in here. I started out buying some magnetic sheets for these. And, you know, they're adhesive and backing them and all sorts of stuff. And I still have some of them like this. But boy, that was a lot of work for me. So like this is too long to fit on those, that other size magnetic sheet. So I put this like card stock on the back so it was nice and you know, secure. But then I found these online, and I'll show you this in a minute, but they have one side is magnetic sheet and the other side is like this whiteboard type stuff, and they come with these little plastic envelopes. And boy, these things are freaking awesome. I love them. And they're so much easier and faster for me to kind of, when I get, you know, a new die set, to just go ahead and incorporate them in here. But you can see how I organize them. Each of these, I have a few in the front because these are pages that I have for Sidekick, and I'm using my Sidekick right now, my Sidekick planner, for Junk Journal January. So I just wanted to keep these in front so that I have them ready, so I can, you know, just make pages out of them if I want to. But I have all of them organized by collection. So I have, you know, the collections that, you know, have come out since I've been on the design team. So I have 5 separate collections right now. And then I have other planner essentials because I'm on the planner essentials team. So I have other planner essentials dies. Now you can still adapt this kind of a system, you know, just use your own categories, however it makes sense to you, whether it's by collection or whether it's by, you know, type of die. Maybe sidekicks should be separate than, you know, full-size planners, that type of thing. And then I have a section for like the florals, because that's not part of the design team that I'm on, but I really like those dies. And that's those are, I keep those in a separate section. And then, and you can see again, some of these dies are too big to fit on that smaller pad, so I have to put it on that one. And then I have a section for art journal because that's like a different collection. And then I have some everyday elements, and these white things are, just ignore those. Those are, I want to cut some of those dies for my junk journal January. So I just have them marked, you know, the ones that I kind of want to make sure I don't forget to make some die cuts out of. And then I just have some paperwork here, you know, idea sheets and the numbers and stuff for these, which are the, what are those called? Hey, Hopper, don't do that here. What you doing, cat? Yeah, silly boy. Yeah, no one wants to see that. Yeah. All right. But yeah, so I have these stencils. That's the word I was looking for. So these are the art journal stencils. So I have those separate from the planner essentials stencils, and these are some stencils that I made using their die cuts, and I will link the video showing where I made those, like right here, if you're interested. It kind of extends your supplies, and it's, you know, it's a fun idea. So that's how I keep my stencils on here. I'll show you on here. Because they're a planner, they have a lot of like little reinforcers and stuff. So these are the reinforcers, and I got this idea from Annette Green. That's a brilliant idea, to put them on a little ring like this, and I think they're designed for that, so it might be something that Esther came up with, but I saw it on a video from Annette. And so this is from this collection, and you might not need that. I mean, I need to, you know, make sure that I tell what products, you know, where their things are coming from, so I just cut that for that. But I just store them on a little, another one of those little you know, clips from the Dollar Tree over here. So in this basket, and these are the same baskets, I am storing my stamps. So these are all, you know, just the smaller stamps. Some are planner essentials, some are art journals, some are other things, everyday type things. And then I have also this little book, because I do get some, when I get stamps, they're not in this pretty packaging like this. So I needed a place to kind of put some of these. Now I could take it out of these books. It depends on, you know, whether this continues to serve me or not. But for now, that's where I had it. So I just kind of stuck this in the back. Okay, and then on the other side, and this is why I like this cart, because you know, you can just turn it around and it just is super, you know, easy to access stuff. And then I have some of the larger stamp sets, you know. Okay, and then in this area right here, I've got some die cuts. All right, and you can see I have these little containers. I love these little containers, and I'll do a close-up of those in a moment. I'm just going to pull the whole thing out, but you can see, you know, kind of how you can organize all sorts of small die cuts in there. And then I have here, and you can see I labeled it in the inside and the back, both here and on the inside and the back, just because, you know, I wasn't sure if I'd be able to see it from the angle I was at. But in here, I just have a mix of all sorts of different kinds of die cuts. And then I have this basket, which has a bunch of stamped images. Okay, and I'll show you more detail about each of those after I kind of give you the whole gestalt. And then on the bottom here, I have just more, you know, more die cuts. And I really like these little narrow baskets with the handles. They make it really easy to pull out these die cuts from the bottom shelf of the Raskog. I just got these at Daiso and they were like $1.75 each. So anyway, in here I just store various strips. And then down here in this one, I have fussy cuts from, you know, some of the paper packs that I use. Okay, and then in here I have same type of thing, but these are all tickets. So, you know, just kind of all mishmashed in their different designs of tickets. And I'll go through that again more thoroughly in a bit. Down in here I have what I'm calling good junk. And also in there, I also have this butterfly die cuts. So I really like that. And then in here, I have like my pages. And you can see like everything fits back in, you know, pretty nicely. I actually have another one of these little baskets, but it didn't fit in really, really well with 3 across. So they were a little bit too wide. So I didn't want anything that was going to be too onerous to kind of pull in and out. I wanted something that was just going to be super functional and easy to use. And then, you know, I'm just showing you, I have these, you know, they sell these at the Dollar Tree as well. I don't have anything in there currently, but that's something you could also use on here. And I have, you know, room to grow. Okay, so this is my Raskog cart. I will go into more detail, you know, on, you know, the various things that I put into each of those baskets in a moment. So, okay, so this is just the reinforcer strips on this little, you know, book ring here. And again, I used this, I just cut this off the packaging so I could tell, you know, what this number was. These bigger rings are from the sewing department at Joann's, and so I just, you know, unhooked it, put the washi on there, and oof, this is a little tight. And then, you know, it's really easy to, you know, you could just take each one, get it off like that, and it's just super easy to use that way. I was going to show you these. These are freaking awesome. So this is the magnetic sheet, and then on the back is a whiteboard. The way these are lined makes them really sturdy so they don't flop around when you're trying to take them in and out of the envelope or to put dies on and off of them. They come with this envelope, which is really convenient, and the magnet is very strong and high quality. I really like this product because it just really streamlines the whole process and makes it easy to transfer my dies to the magnetic sheet as soon as I get them. And I like to store them this way. But I just keep a little number here so that I know what section I'm going to file this in. So for example, my first section is, you know, the key lime night section. And I just made these, you know, dividers just a little bit taller than this. So like this magnetic sheet is 9 by, yeah, 7. So basically 9 by 7. And these things are fabulous. They're just it makes it really quick to kind of sort and organize these. I'll link them in the description box below. I just got them at Amazon. I just got them on Amazon, but I absolutely love them. And again, this is just some thick cardstock and with a little file tab on there. I wanted my stamp and die sets to be 6 inches wide, like my regular stamp sets. So I decided to store them like this. This is just a regular sheet protector. I just cut it down to size. I took the little edge off that has the holes, you know, that you put it in a ring band. I labeled it. Again, this is with the collection it goes with. It has the number. You know, if you have, you know, if you're not publishing or anything like that, you might not need all that information. It might be too much for you. But this is nice because then, you know, you can see this has some, I just put some white paper on, or cardstock on the back of this magnetic sheet. And then you can see, you know, the stamp through there. So that is just a really nice system. And then I just wanted to show you, this is like what I have in that basket that has just a bunch of different stuff. And you can see I just put a lot of different stuff in here. Really not a lot of rhyme and reason. Usually a lot of the bigger things that wouldn't fit in these containers like this. So this is mainly the bigger stuff, but there's some things in here that would have fit in these little containers that I still just put in here. But I can sort through them and take them out if I want, if it's just getting too busy and you know, it's not a workable solution. But I really like them together because you see combinations that you might not see otherwise, you know, when things are kind of just all mixed in like this. So that's kind of fun. And these again are from the Dollar Tree. Just bought these the other day, so I know they still have these baskets in stock, and they fit perfectly into the Raskog. They, you know, you're very easy to, you know, just stack them up as long as you don't have too much stuff in it, right? And they're super sturdy. I really love them. You know, just $1.25. I started off with this container, and I had gotten this at Daiso, and I liked it because it had these, you know, things that you could place anywhere you wanted. It was only $1.75, which is freaking awesome. These are stationary, and you can just adjust it how you want. I really wanted to love this, but it did not fit into this basket very nicely, and I could barely even fit one, you know, pulling it in and out. So it really didn't meet my needs. It's really nice and sturdy container though, if you know you have a need for one. But I got these, and look at these. These fit perfectly in there. I got these off of Amazon. It's like a pack of 6. And I just put 4 in here because I didn't want to overstuff it and make it difficult to slide in and out of the Raskog, since I'm kind of using several of these little baskets here. But these, oh my gosh, I'm totally in love with these, and I'm going to give these guys a raving review, and I will put the link for these down below. First of all, these are all stationary. You can adjust it, so what you get is what you get. But they have this indentation on the top here. So once you close this, and it has a locking mechanism, it's not just like a little, like these are kind of flimsy, you know, they're always coming off. They're just like little snaps, right? Those are kind of a pain in the neck. This is actually like a locking mechanism. You can hear it, right? And look at this. These dies are not going anywhere. I mean, look at that. They're not going anywhere. They are in their little compartment, and they're staying in their little compartment. So yeah, I really love these. I highly recommend them, and they're great for little die cuts like this. This is just general shapes. You know, I didn't want to be too anal about how I, you know, organize these. This is like reinforcers, etc. So I've got like all my reinforcers in here, and I'm not bothering to like separate them out. These are the ones with stitching detail, so I did separate these out because they're kind of a little different. And then these, I kind of, some of them died more or less successfully than others, so I kind of separated those because I didn't want them to get ink on them. These are all reinforcers of various types. I've got some tabs in here, various colors and designs and whatnot. I have some of these little clippy thingies, so those are really fun. To, you know, different designs in here. They've got, and various colors, and you know, I've got a house, I've got circles, I've got this like little tongue looking one. Let's see, where's the house? This one's a cute little house. Isn't that cute? So I've got that. And then I've got, you know, these are like number ones, and I made this like out of plastic. So these are pretty sturdy, so that's kind of nice. It's hard to see. Oh, they'll have a, that one goes in there. But this is what they look like. There we go. Now you can see what it looks like. So those are really cool. I love those. So yeah, so that's in like reinforcers, etc. And I labeled this on both sides so that it, you know, didn't matter which way I put it in necessarily. I've got all of the alphas, and so I've got like these stencil-y alphas in various colors. So there's this, the alphabet and the numbers, alphabet and numbers. These I didn't do that many, so I just mixed them together. And this is some white cardstock, and then again, some more of that plastic. So these are really cool. I like those. I did some alcohol inking on some metallic paper for this, and so I made those. I really like the way those turned out. Those are kind of fun. And then just, you know, these are like numbers, again, out of the plastic. So those are kind of fun. I like these big honkin' stitched ones. I don't know if you can see the stitching detail. Those are really cool. And then these are ones that I had like dyed the stitching detail, and they didn't come out perfectly. So yeah, and then these are just different alphas and different colors. So, and each of these is a different font. So I've got those in there. And then these are words. So, you know, I've got like some little cent signs. I've got all these little bloom labels. I think those are really cute. I've got various words in here, garden, you know, different things. Got 100%. Wait, that's backwards. 100%. And then these are little, just little die cut words. And I could have put this in with, you know, the die cut bin, but you know, they fit nicely in here. And I have room to grow, obviously. So, yeah, so those are really cool. And then I have, this is all of my, these are all of my little flowers. And I just love this. I've got all of these really cool, like, kind of funky flowers in various colors in here. I love this one. This is one of my favorites. I think that's really cool. And then I've got like these little, you know, flower pieces here, which are really fun. I've got these flowers, which are gorgeous. I've got some little branches in here with berries and some little greenery. So that's kind of cool. So those are all, you know, they all just go in here. So it's kind of, and this is just one of those Tim Holtz tins for archival ink minis. And I just didn't have enough archival to fill this out. If I had the whole set, I would have this, but I don't. So it's empty for now, so I thought I'd use it. And then I have this thing for labels, and these did not fit. They were a little too big to fit in these holes. So you can see these just didn't really fit in here, so I needed a different solution for them. So I just used one of these. And I wanted to keep these separate. I could have put them with, you know, my potpourri container, but I thought, you know, I'd keep them separate because I do like having them. So the only thing that's important is make sure you close these before you put it back. Otherwise you will, you know, end up spilling them all over the place. Okay, and then below that are my stamped images, and these are all things that I've just, for various projects, for one reason or another, I didn't end up using these. Some are like on fabric, some are, you know, I made my own homemade washi. Oh, that's a stamped, yeah, I inked that, so I guess that's why I put that in there, even though it's a die. Lots of washi. I've got some birds, I've got some ladies, I got labels. Oh, this doesn't belong in here. Okay. I've got these guys. So yeah, you can see just a lot of, you know, different images and stuff that I have previously stamped that I want to use, you know, in different projects that are upcoming. This is my strips. Again, just, you know, the stamp strips in lots of different colors. I did a whole mass making for Junk Journal January, so you can, I have a playlist for Junk Journal January if you're interested in seeing that. You can check that out. I have some of these strips for, you know, like film strip type things. And this is for January, so you can read it there. Okay. And then below that is just, again, these are just fussy cuts. I put them on cardstock to make them a little thicker. This is what I'm calling good junk. Except for this. This is my butterflies. So these are all of my butterfly die cuts. And I thought this little tin was perfect for them. I didn't have a better place to put it, so I put it in here. And then in here is like all my, these are like the negative spaces for, you know, when I've cut dies. So this is all, you know, a whole slew of that type of stuff. So that I thought would be really fun to use in projects anyway. So I've got all those, and then I've got some packaging that I thought would be fun to use. So yeah. And then this is all of my tickets, lots and lots of different kinds of tickets and different colors, different styles. I really like this in map pages, so those are really a lot of fun. And then this last one is just some pages. These are like bases for little tag book type things. These are seed packets. I've got a bunch of those. I've got, you know, these little Polaroid film strip thingies. Oh, that goes in stamped images. And then I've just got like pages like this, you know, that would just go into the Sidekick. And I've mainly, you know, worked in the Sidekick, not as much in the larger ones. These are templates for my, I have a clear phone case, so I use those. So those are kind of fun. I forgot to put, these are strips for like if you have paper that you want to use and you don't want to punch the hole in the paper, you can use these strips to create a page. So I just put these with my pages because I've been using those for my junk journal January because I am using my Sidekick for junk journal January. So, you know, it makes it really easy to have everything kind of in one place, and it makes things go a lot faster. Okay, so the other thing I wanted to show you as long as I'm here, and this is kind of critical to my whole workflow for the die cutting, is that I just recently got this little Empress for Christmas, and I have to say I'm absolutely in love with her. She is indeed the queen. It makes it a lot easier to do my die cutting, and I put it on this little turntable that I got at the Target dollar spot. So I think, what was it, $3, $5, something like that. And it just makes it a lot easier for me to like get, because this puppy is really heavy. And I was using a Big Shot prior to this, and it was really starting to hurt my arm because I didn't have a good spot for it right near my craft surface, you know, my desk right here. So I, was always keeping it on the floor right next to my feet, and then I'd have to lift it up all the time. And I'll tell you, that was genuinely a pain in the neck, and it was so heavy. But this is really cool because it just, I can slide it right back into my little spot right there. I've got my, computer. I can do my editing. I can do my die cutting. I've got everything that I need like right here, which is really, really nice. And I know that we're not supposed to be storing things on the floor, but I have to say I do store my little cutting pads in this right here in this paper holder. And I think I gave you a tour before of my Rascog that I use all the time there, so I'm not going to do that again, but I just wanted to show you that because it is really kind of important. And also I just redesigned this area here for my planner, and then I use put back there like a lot of Elizabeth Craft Design paper pads that I use regularly. And I do want to put let's see, can I do this one-handed? Oof. For those right there, they're in sheet protectors. I cut off the holes on those, but I want to label all of those as well with some tabs and just label them so I can see what I've got up there. So that's my next step in the process. All right, so that is my system for die cuts. And, again, I have, in here all my Elizabeth Craft Design stuff, but you can mix it. You can do whatever you have, you need. It's really just adaptable. I really like this system in that, you can move it out of the way when you don't need it, but you have it handy for when you do, and it's got all the things on it. So I really have to say I'm loving this system, and it's super functional. So yeah. Hopefully you've found some value in today's video. I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, please give me a thumbs up. And if you can, leave me a comment below. I would really like to know, how you're enjoying this collaboration and what you're doing, in your craft room this month. Remember, we're just trying to have less clutter and more crafting. And it's not about perfection, it's about progress. So yeah, if you like this kind of content, please consider subscribing to my channel and sharing my channel with your friends. I'd really appreciate that. I am trying to grow a crafty community. I also do just general junk journaling. I love it. I love this community. I love what I do, and I'd love to share what I do with you. I want to thank you for joining me today. Again, this is Denise with PaperKraftD, and craft on.